You won't believe what ancient gardeners knew about clay soil that modern techniques completely overlook. For centuries before synthetic fertilizers and expensive soil amendments, people had a secret, something so effective it could turn stubborn, lifeless clay into rich, workable soil almost overnight. Today, I'm going to reveal what some have called the forbidden ferment, a method that fixes clay soil faster than Bokashi and will change the way you garden forever. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to create it, why it works, and how to apply it so even the heaviest clay can support vibrant plants. The secret begins with a living ferment that breaks down clay at a microscopic level. Unlike traditional compost or bokashi, which mainly add nutrients, this method relies on a controlled fermentation of organic matter, think kitchen scraps, leaves and certain grains, to produce a rich microbial solution. These microbes don't just feed plants. They literally loosen the clay particles, creating air pockets and improving drainage. It's a technique that predates modern science, but when applied today, it works faster and more effectively than anything synthetic. To start, you need the right ingredients for the ferment. Use small amounts of crushed grains, such as rice or barley, combined with finely chopped kitchen scraps like vegetable peelings and fruit cores. Add a little sugar or molasses to kickstart microbial activity. Place this mixture in a sealed container with just enough water to cover it and let nature do the rest. Within a few days, the mixture begins to bubble and develop a rich, tangy aroma. This is proof that the microbial population is thriving. Some historical accounts suggest that farmers in medieval Europe would even leave these ferments in warm, dark cellars to amplify the microbial action. Once your ferment is active, it's time to prepare your clay soil. Start by loosening the soil with a fork or broad hoe, breaking up large clumps and removing rocks or debris. Pour the ferment over the clay, ensuring it penetrates deeply. For even faster results, mix the ferment directly into a bucket of clay soil, kneading it until the mixture feels more crumbly and pliable. The microbes immediately begin to work on the dense clay particles, releasing nutrients and creating tiny channels that allow water and air to reach plant roots. In practice, this can mean the difference between a patch of wet, compacted clay that drowns seedlings and a lively garden bed teeming with life. The beauty of this method is in its adaptability. You don't need specialized equipment, and it can be applied to any clay soil, whether in urban garden beds or historic agricultural terraces. For instance, if you're restoring an old garden with heavy clay that hasn't been touched in decades, you can start by layering ferment-soaked straw over the surface and letting it seep into the soil over a few weeks. This not only breaks down the clay, but also builds organic matter, gradually mimicking the natural processes that ancient gardeners relied on. Historical records from European monasteries indicate they use similar techniques, often combining ferments with animal manure to maintain fertile soils year after year. Now, another advantage is that this method actually enhances soil structure over the long term. While Bokashi is, excellent for adding nutrients, The forbidden ferment goes a step further. It transforms the soil itself. After a few weeks, you'll notice that the clay begins to hold its shape a bit more loosely rather than forming those hard, impermeable lumps. Roots can penetrate more easily, water drains properly, and, well, the soil can finally breathe. You can then plant directly into this improved soil or use it as a top layer for raised beds. For survivalists or historical reenactors, this method is absolutely invaluable. It lets you cultivate heavy clay land without any modern machinery, fertilizers, or chemicals. You can also experiment with repeated applications to achieve maximum effect. For example, applying a fresh batch of ferment every 2 to 3 weeks during the growing season can steadily build soil resilience. Combine it with mulching and cover crops, and you'll have a sustainable system that outperforms conventional methods. Some history enthusiasts, actually recreate this on a smaller scale, fermenting barley or oat straw and applying it to clay plots to mimic techniques used by early European farmers. The results, well, they're quite astonishing. Clay that once refused to spore anything now grows lush vegetables, grains, and flowers. The forbidden ferment is more than just a soil treatment. It's really a glimpse into how people historically lived in harmony with their land. By leveraging natural microbial processes, they avoided the pitfalls of compacted soil, reduced their dependence on artificial amendments, and managed to maintain fertility for generations. Applying this knowledge today doesn't just improve your garden. It connects you to centuries of agrarian wisdom that honestly has been nearly forgotten. If you want to see your clay soil finally come alive, start your own forbidden ferment today. Try experimenting with your own organic scraps. Observe how your soil transforms and document your results. You'll be amazed at the difference. And if you found this guide valuable, do make sure to subscribe to Hydro Haven, share it with fellow history and survival enthusiasts, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future deep dives into ancient techniques that still work today. Your garden and your understanding of historical practices will thank you.